Hey guys, this is VTGamerGirl11 back with another video. Sorry if this video is a little bit off. My allergies right now are kind of like killing my throat, so if I stop from here and there, I'm sorry. And I'm going to try to do this fast because there's a decent amount of questions and I don't really want it to go over 10 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. The first questions come from ProBman5, and his first question is, what's your favorite video game genre? I don't have a favorite video game genre, I wouldn't say. I just like different... I guess you can say I like sporting games, but I don't like football games. The Madden games, they're okay, but I really don't like the Madden games. I'm just more of like the basketball, hockey, baseball game type person. I also like all the Mario games, and I don't know if you can really classify that as a genre or not, but I would have to say like all the Mario games I'm in love with. So I would go with Mario. I do like other games too. I like role-playing games. I like Uncharted 2. I like platformers. I just like all kinds of different games, so I don't really have a favorite, I guess you can say. And his second question is, what do you do for work to afford games? Which was also asked by Cyrus649. And I have a job that I work with my friend, and we kind of have our own business, and I'm kind of like the secretary, so I get paid weekly from that, and that's how I get money to pay for games. I don't have a full-time job yet because I'm having a hard time finding a job with my major. Just graduated last summer. And I'm a major in psychology and a minor in sociology, and it's kind of just like really hard to find a job with that major unless you went to graduate school. So right now I'm just working with my own business under my friend, trying to find a full-time, more stable job somewhere at the moment. But that's how I get money to afford games. My next questions come from Iowerth1, IOWERTH1, and his first question is, what is your favorite modern and retro system? And this was also asked by LVPeppy38, LVPEPE38. Sorry, I keep looking down. My favorite modern system would have to be Nintendo Wii, just because I think it revolutionized like the gaming industry with the controllers, and how you can point at the screen and just move around and stuff. I think Nintendo from day one has revolutionized the gaming industry, and a lot of people will like disagree with me, but I've always been a big Nintendo freak just because I grew up with Nintendo. And so I just kind of like connected to that naturally, I guess. So I would have to say my favorite modern system would be Nintendo Wii, just because I think it started the way for, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, even though they're completely different, gaming systems. I still think Nintendo Wii, I think they took stuff from Nintendo Wii. Now, a lot of people will disagree with me, but I seriously think they did. Especially where you can do stuff with the controller and move around and stuff like that. I think Nintendo started that concept. But, you can disagree with me, I'm sorry, but that's just what I think. My second question, my favorite retro system would have to be Super Nintendo, sorry. I say Super Nintendo just because that's the one that I basically grew up with. That's the one I had a lot of games on as a kid, and unfortunately traded it and got a PlayStation 1. I regret that to this day. But basically I grew up with that system as a kid, and that's why it would be my favorite retro system. That's what got me into gaming, was the Super Nintendo, so that would have to be my favorite. His next question is, what got you into YouTube? I don't really know what got me into YouTube, actually. I just kind of started to go on YouTube to watch music videos and listen to music and watch TV shows and stuff that I missed. But I never really got into the doing video thing until, let's say 2 or 3 years ago. I started to make videos about Mac computers, which I don't know why, but I just kind of wanted to do a few videos. So I did videos on stuff to do with a Mac, and stuff to do with iPod touches, and just random stuff here and there, reviews of things. And then I kind of stopped that and decided to go into gaming just because I've been doing that since a kid. I'm not a big collector. I'm probably not even what you would classify under collector. I just collect what I like to collect. But it's something I like to do, so I thought I'd just share it with the other gamers out there who like to play video games. So that's kind of what got me into YouTube, just wanting to do the whole community and sharing thing. What is your favorite thing to do other than gaming? That would have to be basketball, just because I play basketball. If it's not basketball, it would have to be just watching sporting events. I am not a big pro sports person because I live in an area where there's not a bunch of pro sports. I am a Cardinals fan. Go Cardinals. World Series champs. But at the same time, I'm a Braves fan and a Yankees fan as well. Basically, if you want a little more info on that, I'm a Yankees fan because of what they did for Tech after April 16th. was really appreciative of them for doing that, and I got to see them come here and play Tex, and that was amazing. So that's why I'm a fan of them. And I've always been a fan of the Atlanta Braves growing up. Basically, like, if you live in my area, you're either a Yankees fan, a Boston fan, now a Washington Nationals fan, or a Braves fan. And majority of people are Braves and Yankees, and I just happen to be both. And I'm a Cardinals fan because my grandpa lives there, and that's where I go to visit a lot and stay, and I get to go to the games. And I actually got to go to a couple of games this past summer when they started to pull off the comeback. So I like to say that, like, I, in my own way, was kind of the rally squirrel. So, I don't know. I just find joy in that. So, that would be my favorite thing to do, is watch sporting events. Especially sporting events that have to do with Virginia Tech, just because that's my school. I also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I kind of like writing as well. So that would be something else. The next question is Mr. Badboybamford from MrBadboybamford. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And his question is simple, and it's just Xbox or PS3. PS3. I say that just because I've never really been a fan of Xbox. I've always been like a PlayStation person over Xbox. I just don't like the way like Xbox kind of went into the gaming industry. So, I don't know. And they kind of make me, I don't know. Like, they don't make me mad. It's just like, I think especially like their first gaming system with the original Xbox, I think they could have made a system better. I don't have one personally, but I played one over many of my friends' houses, and I just don't like the layout. Like, of the original controller, like the big controller, pissed me off. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand how the system was like really big and you couldn't like stick it anywhere. So that's basically it. And it kind of like went off PC games. It just kind of wanted to make money off of like PC games, but turning the PC games into a gaming system that you can put on your TV. And so I've just never been a really big fan of that. And I guess you can say like PlayStation did the same thing, but I don't know. I've just never been like an Xbox person, so I'd have to say PS3. Xbox 360 is you know, definitely. I don't hate Xbox 360. I do hate the original Xbox, but I don't hate Xbox 360. But I still have to pick PlayStation 3 over Xbox 360. Cyrus649 asked, "What is your least favorite game system?" I would probably have to say the original Xbox, just from what I just said. The original layout of it and the big controller, that pissed me off. I didn't like it. And I don't know, I just didn't like the Xbox at all. So that would be my least favorite game system, the original Xbox. And he also asked, what do you do job-wise, which I already answered. So we'll go to LV Peppy38, who also asked a similar question, which is, what is your favorite game console and your favorite game? I mentioned my favorite game console. My favorite game would have to be on my favorite console, which is the Nintendo Wii. And I don't know if a lot of people are probably going to disagree or not, but my favorite game I would have to say is Super Mario Galaxy 2. Just because I think the graphics are amazing. I think the whole concept of the game is amazing, the way they made the game. Obviously, I'm a big Yoshi fan, so that puts it up there for me. Just like the artwork itself, like the manual, the way the disc looks, everything about the game, just inside and out, I love. So I'd have to say Super Mario Galaxy 2. Next question comes from Pojo1975, and his question is, what got you into gaming and collecting? What got me into gaming, I would have to say, to my grandparents. They basically raised me. Well, I lived in a house with like 6 adults. I was like really poor growing up, and basically the only thing I really had to play with was my Super Nintendo, or, you know, like go outside and play basketball or something. So I basically just played Super Nintendo a lot. My grandparents bought it for me. I think it was like for my birthday or for Christmas one year. And I was playing it over and constantly playing it. So I just like enjoyed going out and getting new games, or having, you know, my grandparents go out and give me new games. And I just really enjoyed doing it. It kind of just like, I guess it kept me from being bored as a kid. So that's what got me into gaming originally. What got me into collecting, I don't know if you really call me a collector or not, just because I don't go out and I collect like everything that everybody, you know, says, oh, well, you need this game in your collection, you need that game in your collection. I do collect some of those, but I don't, a lot of the time I just go out and collect what I like to play, because I really don't like the idea of going out and spending money on a game that I'm never going to play. It's basically just like going to give money to somebody. So I'm not really a big collector. I'm just kind of what you would call, I guess, like an individual. collector. I just collect based on what I like to play. But what got me into collecting was basically goes back to the Super Nintendo, and I just used to play that as a kid, and I just enjoyed getting a new game and trying to beat the game and just, you know, just having all kinds of options of different games and stuff that you can play. I enjoy. And it's kind of just like one of those things that I've always been into collecting random things. As a kid, I used to collect polar bears, got out of that, and then you can't really see my room, but if I ever do a room tour, like, my whole room is full of tech posters, and basically it's just tech, Virginia Tech, because that's where I went to school from, and it's been like this for years. So I kind of collected tech stuff as well. So I actually had somebody call my room once a shrine, for like Virginia Tech, so I thought that was amazing. So I just like collecting just because it's kind of fun when you go out and you see something that you've been looking for a long time, or you see something that you know you can add to your collection and it's going to make it better. It just kind of like gives you something to do, like when you're out running around, and you know you're never bored from it. So that's why I like collecting. The next question is from yelkaos, yelkaos, and this one's funny. And I wasn't even going to put it in here, but I just thought it'd be funny anyway, just to go ahead and add it. And he was just being funny at the time, and he said, "What are you wearing right now?" Lots of laughs. Well, I am wearing a Cardinals hat because we won the World Series. Yay! And I'm wearing a postseason 2011 rally squirrel. Can't really see the St. Louis part, but here, let me stand up. It says St. Louis right there. So that would be what I'm wearing right now. Go Cardinals. Just had to get that out there. So I thought I would add your question just so I can do that. So the last questions come from, I'm sure I'm going to completely screw your name up, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try it. It's Izaurralde. Izaurralde, yeah. It's spelled Izaurralde. And they asked me 3 questions. And their first question is there a car of your dreams? I don't know, I've never been like into cars. I don't know if that's because I'm a girl or what, but I've just never been a big car person. I don't really have a car in my dreams. I just want a car that's gonna like get me to where I need to go and back and not break down and not have a lot of issues. I guess you could say, like, a car of my dreams would be a car that wouldn't have to use gas or, you know, electric or anything. Like, you could just run on air. That would be awesome, because then you would never have to pay for gas, and a lot of people would have problems solved. But, like, you know, type of car, no, I don't really, I like Mustangs, so I guess you can call like that would be like my dream car, but I'm not one of those people that's into like all the, you know, really expensive cars. Just as long as it gets me there, gets me back, I'm safe, and it doesn't have a lot of issues, then I'm fine. So no, I don't really have a car of my dreams. Unless it can run on air and I don't have to pay for gas. Then that would be the car of my dreams. Next one is, have any pets? Do you have any pets? I had a dog whose name was Freckles, and she unfortunately passed away about a year and a half ago. I grew up with her like since I was 8, I want to say, 8 or 9. So that was really hard on me. But unfortunately now I don't have another dog, but I do have 2 guinea pigs. And one's name is Squeaks, and the other's name is Speckle. And they're both girls. And my dog was a girl too, not that anybody cares, but just to mention it. When I get my own place, I am planning on getting another dog, and I want to find a basset hound, I want to say. I'm hoping I can find a basset hound somewhere. I don't know, I just always liked basset hounds, so I kind of want one. So I'll be looking for that. And his last question is, do you have like a favorite he said, fave NFL team. Do I have a favorite NFL team? I don't really have a favorite NFL team, just because I don't live anywhere around an NFL team. The closest NFL team to me is Washington Redskins. Basically where I live, we kind of all follow like the college sports, mainly just because we live near Tech and UVA and, you know, like Old Dominion, James Madison, you know, Radford. So we kind of just like focus mainly on college sports. But a lot of people in this area, their favorite NFL team is either Dallas Cowboys or Washington Redskins. I don't really like either one of those teams, to be honest. If I had to pick a favorite NFL team, I don't know, I'd probably go with, let's see. You know, I probably would go with, I would say Philadelphia Eagles, but I don't know, I don't really, I mean, I like Michael Vick and how he's changed I personally think he's changed as a person. What he did was absolutely, completely wrong, and he should have never done that. But I do think that he's trying to do something positive from what happened and come back and make a comeback and do it in the right way. So I hope he continues to do that, and I hope he doesn't, like, screw up anywhere else in life, because if he screws up again, I'm not giving him a second chance. But for right now, I have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles just because Michael Vick's the quarterback, and I really do think that he's trying to change his ways. So I guess you can say the Philadelphia Eagles just for that reason. But honestly, I don't really have a favorite NFL team. Now, I do have favorite MLB teams, like the Cardinals, New York Yankees, and the Braves. I know that's like 3, so it's not really a favorite, but I do like those 3 teams. And if you wanted to say, like, favorite NBA team, I'd have to go with Miami Heat, just because of LeBron James and Wade, and, you know, I don't know, I've just always been, like, a Miami Heat fan for some reason, I don't know why. And if you had to say, like, a favorite, I don't really have a favorite hockey team, because I don't really follow hockey. I don't have a favorite soccer team, because I don't like soccer. Favorite WNBA would have to be Washington Mystics, and I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't really follow professional sports just because I don't really live anywhere around them, unfortunately. So the only thing I follow is baseball and basketball. That's basically it. So that's all the questions from you guys. Sorry if I looked down a lot in this video. I'm trying to make sure that I got the questions right and the names right. And I'm sorry if it's not, like, you know, really good answers. Honestly, I don't really feel that great right now. My allergies are, like, killing me. And I just wanted to get this out there for you guys, so you guys can have an introduction to myself. And I wanted to let you guys know that the next video is going to be a pickup video, and there's going to be all kinds of different things in that pickup video. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be, I think, a pretty decent pickup video. And I want to thank everybody that left a question. Again, all of their names will be in the description below, so if you have not checked out their channel, please go check them out as well. And thank you guys for answering questions. Hopefully I can do this again, and hopefully I can do it a little bit better than the first time around, but this is my first go around on a Q&A. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you guys for watching.